Here's every webtoon that came out in October. A Chat Without Me is a school drama. As a girl gets her first smartphone, her entire class seems to think she's annoying and has a group chat without her, but her uncle is the dev for the most used messaging app and sneaks her messages her class sends in the group chat, and she uses them to try to win them over. The Red Shirt follows the best assassin in a company, retiring because he's about to have a kid. What a shock, the company kills his wife and now he wants revenge. Limit Breaking Genius Mage follows a mage that can't use magic, however is a genius at magic theory. His thesis gets stolen, he gets locked up and experimented on, he breaks out, steals an artifact, and creates a spell that finally lets him use magic, and now is out for revenge. My Husband Was Stolen Twice is an isekai, as a girl's best friend steals her husband, so the girl goes into hiding and dies, getting thrown into a book where the female lead gets cheated on and dies. However, her best friend also gets thrown into the same book, so she uses her ex-best friend to take her place so she can live happily ever after. They All Lived in the Little Lady's Garden is an isekai, as an orphan dies trying to save a water spirit. The spirit god or something reincarnates her into a fantasy world as the aggressively loved daughter of the royal duke. Acting Gangster follows a child actor, all grown up, hates that he only gets gangster roles. He goes out, gets drunk, loses his phone, his manager finds an actual gangster that looks exactly like him, but has amnesia and assumes it's him and tries to train him to be a good actor. A Regressor's Tale of Cultivation is an isekai, as a group of co-workers die and get thrown into a martial arts world. And after 50 years, our dude dies and goes back in time. Falling for It is a college romance. There's a girl with no experience with dating but friends and eventually falls for a handsome and popular dude. The 2022 Call to Action winner, Scale Hunters, is finally out, as a massive fairy tree blooms, creating a fairy forest with fairies and scaled beasts, which are hunted down for their scales that grant powers. Our lead loves fairies and wants to live in peace. Vows and Vendettas is not a regression series, as a talented mage has a prophetic dream in which her sister marries a duke and then gets executed since he lost his status. So she, someone who never wanted to be married before, volunteers to get married in her place. The stand-in daughter wants to be free is probably a royal romance. As a girl's parents die, her uncle takes her in, she's a gifted magic healer, but they let her cousin take credit for it in exchange for taking her in. And then suddenly she's forced to be her cousin to heal the crown prince. Make sure you regret it. Has an illegitimate child's mother die. She gets brought to her father, who aggressively doesn't care for her. She gets mistreated, grows up to be engaged to a prince, but he obviously doesn't like her and possibly gets a different noble to fall for her. So in case you need an update,